Thank you for coming back from the commercial break. Our next guest is a 20-year United States Navy veteran and time management expert and author of the book, The 168 Game, The Ownership versus Time Management. With a new school year at hand, he is here to offer some practical, easy to implement strategies that can help parents and kids take control of their schedules before the school year takes control of them. I love that. We welcome Bill Korman to our live show. Good morning. Welcome to Virginia This Morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I feel like over the last 3 minutes in commercial break, we have wrapped up this entire segment.
Yeah, I believe so.
I wanted to ask all the questions ahead of time. I just love time management, and you're going to tell us the difference between the management and ownership. So it's just that time of year again where back to school is happening. Some kids have already started. Some of our area schools are starting next week, so a very busy week next week, and they're transitioning from summer to back to school. What does that routine look like?
So yeah, summers are like wild, right? You know, it's chaotic travel, all this kind of stuff, and now it's time to get back into the routine. So we created a couple different initiatives to help parents and families just reduce stress and get back into the role of back to school, you know, back in the game. And so two things we did was we created a backpack lunch pad, and so that is, the backpack goes in a certain spot every single day. When you come home from school, once you're done with your homework, it goes back there. That's where everything gets staged, so you're not running around in the morning looking for stuff. And so it could be like a tree haul when you come in at your mud room or the foyer area, the front door. And so this way, instead of running around and chasing everything, where's the cleats, where's this, where's that, everything goes there, and everything's staged. And then the other thing is preparing the night before. So 1 or 2 minutes of prep the night before saves anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes of chaos the next morning, which is, you know, when that shot clock happens, when the alarms go off and then everybody's running around, if it's organized, then the stress goes down. People can actually, you know, still chaotic a little bit, but it's managed chaos at that point.
Exactly. So owning that time. I loved how you mentioned that. So the backpack launch is wonderful. I feel like there are so many things now that go into the backpacks. It's not just grab your backpack, here's your paperwork. It's the water bottles, it's the lunch box, it's the cleats, as you had mentioned. What are some of the biggest mistakes that families make during that morning rush time?
Yes, it's not preparing the night before, because then, you know, where's my homework? I didn't get my permission slip signed. You know, where's my lunch? You know, where's my cleats? So just a little bit of prep the night before, because again, once that, you know, alarms go off, we call it when the shot clock starts, and you got that race against time to get out the door. That's the biggest mistake, is people think that they can get it done in the morning, and that chaos, and then you hear yelling in the car on the way to school. You know, my wife and I raised 4 kids, and so they're different ages, from 31 down to, our youngest one is now 19, about to turn 20, grandparents, another kid on the way. So we've had a lot of experience with this. They've been in public school, private school, homeschool, so we've had a lot of experience with this, and that's where this framework comes from our, you know, mistakes that we made over time, and then the leverage from the concepts from the book.
Which is 168.
Yes.
Which is how many hours we have in the week. And you think it's a lot when you hear that number, but when you have that, you know, 30 minutes to 60 minutes in an hour, you're just condensing everything to get out the door, get everyone out. As you said, 4 kids, that's a lot. I'm managing 2, and sometimes just getting to the car, getting out the door, getting to the bus, that can be the trickiest part. You mentioned about the race against the clock and having the timer. How can you make that fun? How are parents able to help?
So we test this out a couple different times. It works amazing. So kids today, even, you know, back when I was growing up, we don't like to be told what to do. We like to be invited into, you know, that. So what we teach parents is let's create a fun challenge. So we time things. We time how long it takes to brush your teeth, set your clothes out, make your lunch, you know, do your homework, get things prepared the night before. We time everything. We get a baseline. So in the military, we did, you know, a lot of tactical prep for our gear and stuff, and everything was timed. Not to rush things, but to create the opportunity for operational readiness. You time everything. So we just translated that to families, and the kids are all involved in, like, even with the backpack launch pad, we say, where do you guys like to set this up? So at the beginning of the school year, prepping for that a week or 2 out, so they get part of that, and then they also are invited into the race against the clock challenge. And then some parents have, like, set up a board to say, okay, here was your baseline. It took you 22 minutes. Let's see if we can get it down to 20. And then they create little cool incentives and rewards and things, and there's a little challenge. If you've got multiple kids, you know, you get a little competition, and the family works really good. So, and then you just get better. And then what happens is you get more and more streamlined in a process. Every time you streamline it, the stress level goes down a little bit, a little bit, a little bit.
I feel like I can feel that. And sometimes the competition starts with the children competing against themselves. Then once I add the timer, they want to compete against the timer. Thank you so much for your time today.
Absolutely.
And for your little show and tell that we have, and of course the book that you have on display.
Yeah,
this is absolutely lovely. And thank you for your service and enlightening us this morning.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Time ownership versus time management. The 168 game is available. For more information on the book or the services that Bill Korman provides, visit our show website later today at virginiathismorning.com. Our live show returns in less than just 3 minutes.
The Scripps Sports Network.